أيها الضيوف الكرام، مرحبا بكم مرة أخرى في تونس الخضراء التي نريدها أن تكون أكثر اختراقا. أننا اليوم نواجه مصيرنا معا، نواجه هذا المصير مستحضرين جراح الماضي وآلامه، عاقدين العزم على رفع تحديات الحاضر وشتى أمراضه وأسقامه، متطلعين إلى مستقبل جديد لتحقيق آمال كل إنسان على وجه الأرض وأحلامه. وما استعصى على قوم منال إذا كان الإقدام له ركابا. أننا مقدمون جميعا على مواجهة التحدي تلو التحدي، ولا تنقصنا جميعا روح النصر والإقدام. ومن التحديات وليست أقلها ضرورة إيجاد سبل جديدة للتعاون خارج إطار النظام النقدي العالمي الذي تم وضعه إثر الحرب العالمية الثانية. فهذا النظام الذي يقوم على شطر العالم إلى نصفين، نصف للأثرياء وآخر للفقراء، ما كان له أن يكون، ولم يعد من الممكن أن يستمر بنفس الشكل والمضمون. وربما تنسحب عليه اللعنة القديمة التي مفادها كان من الأفضل لك ولنا أنك لم تولد أو أنك لم ترى النور قط. La malédiction antique, il eût valu pour toi et pour nous que tu ne fusses pas né. فهذا النظام أشاع النور حيث شاء وخيم في ظله الظلام حيث ما شاء. أننا في تونس نسعى إلى أن تشع شمس جديدة على العالم كله، أن ينبلج فجر جديد، وأن يشع النور في كل مكان، نور العدل والحرية حيثما كان هناك إنسان. أننا على يقين من أننا نتقاسم نفس هذا الشعور المفعم بالمسؤولية، ونتحلى جميعا بشجاعة الشجعان لنواجه معا متعاضدين متضامنين متساوين من أجل رفع كل التحديات. فلا أحد يمكنه لوحده أن يواجهها حتى أن تهيأ له لبرهة تحقيق بعض النتائج. وأفضل ما ورد في هذه المذكرة التي تم توقيعها منذ حين هو التنصيص على ضرورة التقارب بين الشعوب. فشعوب العالم كله تتطلع إلى التآزر والتعاطف، لا إلى عطف يحمل في طياته ترتيبا تفاضليا للدول والشعوب. فالدول تريد مساواة فعلية لا مساواة تتجاوز النصوص، لا تتجاوز بعض الصكوك الدولية، وشعوب لا تريد العطف إن كان هذا العطف بدون احترام. أيها الضيوف الكرام، ليست لتونس صواريخ عابرة للقارات ولا نريدها أصلا، ولكن لها سيادة عابرة للبحار والمحيطات والقارات. ضيوفنا الكرام، في هذا الإطار وبهذه الروح التي تجمعنا وبهذه القيم التي نشترك فيها ونتقاسمها، تتنزل مذكرة التفاهم في سائر محاورها الأخرى. هذه مذكرة يجب أن تكون مشفوعة في أقرب الأوقات بجملة من الاتفاقيات الملزمة انطلاقا من المبادئ التي وردت فيها. وما أشد حاجتنا اليوم إلى اتفاق جماعي حول الهجرة غير الإنسانية وحول عمليات التهجير التي تقف وراءها شبكات إجرامية. لقد قدم الشعب التونسي لهؤلاء المهاجرين المهجرين كل ما يمكن تقديمه بسخاء غير محدود، في حين أن عديد المنظمات التي من المفترض أن تقوم بدورها الإنساني لم تتحرك إلا عن طريق البيانات. فهل ستقي هذه البيانات هؤلاء الضحايا من الجوع والعطش، أم سيفترشونها للنوم عليها في الأرض أو يلتحفون بها لتحميهم من أشعة الشمس الحارقة؟ هذا فضلا عن عمليات المغالطة والتشويه بهدف الإساءة إلى تونس وإلى شعبها. وكما قال الشاعر المتنبي: إذا اشتبهت دموع في خدود تبين من بكى ممن تباكى. أن الواجب يقتضي اليوم أن أتوجه إليكم بالشكر الخالص جميعا وللسيدة جورجيا ميلوني على وجه الخصوص لاستجابتها بسرعة فائقة للمبادرة التي تقدمت بها تونس لاحتضان مؤتمر في مستوى القمة يجمع كل الدول المعنية، لأن الحل لهذه القضية، لأن الحل لهذا الوضع غير الإنساني لا يمكن أن يكون إلا جماعيا، وذلك بالقضاء على الأسباب قبل معالجة النتائج. إنها اليوم مذكرة، ولكنها تذكير بأننا عازمون على تجسيدها في أقرب الآجال. وشكرا مرة أخرى لكم جميعا على الحضور في أرض تونس، في أرض الحرية والعدالة والكرامة الوطنية.
Good evening. Team Europe is back in Tunis. I'm glad to be here with Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni and Prime Minister Mark Rutte. We were here together on June 11th to offer a new partnership with Tunisia, and today, just over a month later, we deliver. Earlier, we witnessed the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on a strategic and comprehensive partnership. Our teams have worked very hard, and I want to thank them, to deliver rapidly on a strong package. This is an investment in our shared prosperity, stability, and in future generations. The reasons for it are compelling. Tunisia and the European Union are bound by a shared history and geography, and we share strategic interests. In times of geopolitical uncertainties, it is important to deepen cooperation with our strategic partners. So we agreed with Tunisia on a comprehensive package of measures that we will now put into practice swiftly. As you know, it is built on 5 pillars. The first one is about people-to-people contact. Tunisia has a young and energetic population, and it is our mutual interest to bring our people together. So we are creating opportunities for young people in particular. We will be opening a Tunisia window in the Erasmus Plus program worth €10 million to boost the student exchange. We will also get started on talent partnerships to give Tunisia's youth opportunities to study, to work, or to train in the European Union. So they will gain expertise in the European Union, and they will acquire new skills that will be important for Tunisia's economy back home. We will also work together to modernize schools. For instance, we are supporting 80 schools to get ready for the digital and green transition with a €65 million contribution from Team Europe. The second pillar is economic development. We will partner to build a robust Tunisian economy that is more resilient to shocks and conducive to growth. We remain ready to support Tunisia by mobilizing macrofinancial assistance as soon as the necessary conditions are met, and as bridging step, we are ready to provide immediate budget support. The third pillar is in investment and trade. The European Union is already the largest foreign investor and trade partner for Tunisia, and we are willing to do much more. We will work together to improve the business environment, to attract more private investments. And for that, we are planning together to organize an investment forum this autumn, bringing together investors and international financial institutions. We will also explore the possibility to conclude a comprehensive air transport agreement. This will benefit the tourism sector, and of course will improve the connectivity, which is so important for our people and for our businesses. An important focus on our investments will be the digital sector. We already have good projects in the pipeline, like the Medusa submarine cable, which will connect Tunisia with Europe. It will link 11 countries around the Mediterranean from 2025 on, and €150 million will flow into this important project. Another priority sector will be water management and sustainable agriculture. This is essential to adapt to a drier climate and to strengthen the resilience of the food system. We will pool expertise, share technologies, generate investments in this critical sector. This brings me to my fourth point. Tunisia has a huge potential for renewables. This is well known. It needs to develop this sector, and we are reliable suppliers of technology that is necessary. And we know that Europe needs reliable supply of clean energy. So as we are decarbonizing our economies, and for that we need clean energy sources, like, for example, green hydrogen, and electricity produced from renewables, so it is a win-win situation. It's in both our shared interest. We are already working on several projects like ELMED, the undersea cable linking Tunisia to Italy, bringing electricity to Europe. Here we are investing over 300 million euros in this project, and this is just the beginning. We will conclude with Tunisia a strategic partnership on energy to accelerate the energy transition and to create good jobs locally. The aim is to improve the security of supply and to provide both our people and our companies clean energy at affordable prices. The fifth pillar is migration, where we need an effective cooperation more than ever. The tragic shipwreck a few weeks ago, in which many people lost their lives, was yet another call for action. We need to crack down on criminal networks of smugglers and traffickers. They are exploiting human despair, and we have to break their reckless business model. So we will work with Tunisia on an anti-smuggling operational partnership. We will also increase our coordination on search and rescue operations. And we agreed that we will cooperate on border management, anti-smuggling, return and addressing root causes in full respect of the international law. For this, we will make available more than 100 million euros of EU funding. Equally important is our work to facilitate legal, regular migration. This includes the talent partnership I mentioned at the beginning, and this is where I am back, where I started, the importance of people-to-people connections. In conclusion, we have a good package. Now it is time to implement it, to deliver for our people on both sides of the Mediterranean.
Well, thank you very much. Good evening. Well, today we achieved a very important goal. This new meeting with President Saied, along with Ursula von der Leyen and Mark Rutte, has also come about thanks to the great diplomatic work carried out by everyone with patience and foresight. So thank you very much, President Saied. Thank you very much, Ursula, for your tireless work on that. Thank you very much, Mark, for your help on this very important goal. We are very pleased with the Memorandum of Understanding signed today in Tunis by the EU Commissioner for Enlargement and Neighbourhood Policy, Oliver Varelli, who I want to thank too, and the Secretary of State of Tunis. This is another important step toward the creation of a true partnership of Tunisia with the European Union that can address the migration crisis and development for both sides of the Mediterranean in an integrated manner. Italian diplomacy has worked with the utmost commitment to achieve this result. After the Team Europe mission to Tunis last June 11, there was European Council of June 29-30, where we worked on conclusions that reflect the level of ambition that Europe has today in its external dimension towards the southern shore of the Mediterranean. The partnership with Tunisia has to be considered as a model for building new relations with North African neighbours. All these, a few months ago, would have been unthinkable, and I want to say it with a level of pride, but also with a level of gratitude to the European Union and to President Saied. It was a very important team effort that from tomorrow must continue with the same level of determination regarding the implementation in the different articulations of the memorandum. We as Italy are ready to give our maximum support. And finally, allow me to make a reference to the upcoming International Conference on Migration and Development in Rome next Sunday. which will have President Saied as a protagonist in an initiative that he also promoted and that we see as a further step in this journey we have undertaken together. It will be participated by many Mediterranean heads of states and government, and I'm sure that it will be the beginning of an important common work and cooperation. Lo dico anche in italiano, I'm saying it in Italian. Oggi abbiamo raggiunto un risultato che io considero estremamente importante, questo nuovo incontro con il Presidente Saied insieme a Ursula von der Leyen, a Mark Rutte, è il risultato di un grande lavoro diplomatico che tutti hanno portato avanti con pazienza e con lungimiranza. Quindi voglio ringraziare ovviamente tutti gli attori, siamo molto soddisfatti del memorandum d'intesa che viene firmato oggi tra Tunisia e Unione Europea, grazie anche all'importante lavoro del commissario Vareli che è qui. È un ulteriore passo importante verso la creazione di un vero partenariato tra la Tunisia e l'Unione Europea che possa affrontare in maniera integrata la crisi migratoria e lo sviluppo per entrambe le sponde del Mediterraneo. Come diplomazia italiana abbiamo a lungo lavorato per questo obiettivo, dopo la missione del Team Europe dello scorso 11 giugno, un altro importante passaggio con il Consiglio europeo dello scorso 29-30 giugno, dove abbiamo avuto delle conclusioni che riflettono il livello di ambizione che oggi l'Europa ha nel suo rapporto con la dimensione esterna, con la sponda sud del Mediterraneo. Il partenariato con la Tunisia per noi è da considerarsi un modello per costruire nuove relazioni con i vicini del Nord Africa. Questo sarebbe stato probabilmente impensabile qualche mese fa, lo dico con una punta d'orgoglio, ma lo dico soprattutto con grande gratitudine nei confronti della Commissione europea, del Consiglio, dei partner che hanno lavorato a questo obiettivo. È un importante lavoro di squadra che da domani deve continuare con la stessa determinazione. Il memorandum è un punto di partenza al quale dovranno seguire diversi accordi per mettere a terra gli obiettivi che ci siamo dati. Un ultimo passaggio. Voglio farlo in riferimento alla prossima conferenza internazionale sulla migrazione che si terrà a Roma la prossima domenica 23 luglio. Avrà il Presidente Saied tra i protagonisti, ma parteciperanno diversi capi di Stato e di Governo dei Paesi mediterranei. Un altro importante passo per affrontare il tema della cooperazione mediterranea con un approccio integrato, e io lo considero come l'inizio di un percorso che può consentire una partnership diversa da quella che abbiamo avuto nel passato. Quindi grazie a tutti ancora e continueremo a lavorare insieme con grande determinazione.
Mr. President and dear colleagues in Team Europe, I will be relatively brief as I think most points have been made on the excellent results of today. I'm really delighted that today here in Tunisia we were able, Tunisia and the European Commission, to sign this MOU, this Memorandum of Understanding. And I believe it is a true milestone. It is also a promising start of a comprehensive strategic partnership, and this will benefit both the EU and the Tunisian people. Let me emphasize that the central aim of this partnership is to help ensure economic growth, jobs, and also future prospects for Tunisia. The EU at this moment is already Tunisia's biggest foreign investor and trading partner. But there's a lot of potential to do even more. For example, in the green energy and in the digital transitions. Bilaterally, between Tunisia and the Netherlands, we are keen to intensify our economic ties with Tunisia. Foreign Trade Minister Liesje Schrijnemacher will visit Tunisia in September. A trade mission will take place later this year, and we will explore new opportunities in the areas of energy, including green energy, agriculture, water management, and tourism. Migration is a significant element of the package that we have signed today. For humanitarian reasons, it is vital that we work together to try to stop, as I think all the speakers today have emphasized, to stop people making the dangerous and often deadly Mediterranean crossing as they attempt to reach the EU's shores. It is essential to gain more control over irregular migration. Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has repeatedly said how important and urgent this is. And that is why it is so important that we have now managed to make concrete agreements with Tunisia on disrupting the business model of smugglers and human traffickers, strengthening border management and improving registration and return. These steps, I believe, will make a difference. And this also underlines the urgency of working on similar strategic partnerships between the EU and other partners in the region. Finally, I am also glad that as part of this agreement, we have decided to resume the political dialogue in the context of the EU-Tunisia Association Agreement. This provides us with a clear framework to build on our common agenda on topics such as trade, rule of law, etc. Now it's up to the EU member states to approve the agreement made between the Commission and Tunisia. Based on recent meetings with the European Council, and Georgia already mentioned this, I am very confident that there will be broad support. I think everyone now understands the importance of cooperation with our partners in the southern neighbourhood. And this agreement with Tunisia is a perfect example of that. So let me end by thanking you and your government, Mr. President Saied, Prime Minister Meloni and Commission President Ursula von der Leyen and her team. Your efforts have made this agreement possible, and many faces in the audience have worked on this over the last couple of weeks. Also a thank you to all of you and a thank you to the team here.